point and a fan, to be able to see it again. But I get nervous as hell, behind the camera. I'm not built to sit down in studios for 8 hours, and I'm trying like hell because my daughter is broadcasting for Tampa Bay and now the Chicago Blackhawks, and she's 10 times better. But that's what $300,000 in tuition will get you. So,
yeah, Kaylee's doing so good. Hockey, baseball, all the sports aside, you love music. You and not only you love music, you love karaoke. You love to sing. I'm not gonna put you on the spot right now, but I just marvel, like, we'll go out and like he'll bring a portable karaoke machine with him, whether it's to a bar or your boat or a restaurant. Your love of music, where did your love of music start? Because you don't got much time for anything else when you're playing hockey that much.
Well, I mean, I've just been fortunate enough, again, with Eddie and other musicians over the years. When you play this long as I did, you tend to run into these guys, charity events or functions, and become friends with them. And then I'm fortunate enough to do, events like this. My friend Charlie over there, I won't say his last name, but he owned the festivals for years, and we became, backstage buddies, and South American things you never dream of as a kid. And I'm not knowledgeable about music. I love it, but the music puts me in places. I remember the songs in the 70s and where I was, and then the 80s and the 90s. So that's the one special thing for music for me, is I just remember those eras and those spots and all these great places I've been with my friends and families.
You mentioned Eddie a bunch. He's obviously headlining tomorrow. He's going to be here tomorrow night at the show. But you guys had like a kind of an interesting bond, a surfing bond, way back when. Can you kind of just walk us through how that met?
So Eddie, I grew up in Chicago till I was 16, moved to San Diego, somewhat like Eddie. Rancho Bernardo, Poway, Mira Mesa, yes. So anyway, Eddie did the same thing. I think he moved a little bit earlier in age to Encinitas or Carlsbad area in San Diego. So we were frequenting the same beaches and surfing the same spots, not knowing each other, but just kind of, seeing each other. And then fast forward to 1995, that was 77, 78 high school. And in 95, Eddie was following the Bulls, and he was friends with Dennis Rodman, and we were at a bar. And Eddie's staring at me. I'm like, what the F is this guy looking at me for? And there's no music videos back then. I don't know I love Pearl Jam. I don't know what Eddie Vedder looks like. So I went up to him, I said, my name's Chris. He goes, yeah, I'm Ed. And he says, well, my name's Ed. I go, wow, that's cool, boys. I go, what do you do? He goes, I'm in a band. I go, what band? I go, it's Pearl Jam. I go, well, what's your name? He goes, Eddie Vedder. I go, holy crap. And he goes, I think I know you, though. And we went back and looked back at it, and somehow we had that connection. Cell phones just became 95, 96. We exchanged numbers, and we've grown gray together. It's been a beautiful relationship over the years, and here I'm still with him, and one of the, in my opinion, one of the greatest, or will be one of the greatest American bands once they're old enough. Just not old enough yet.
I think one of my favorite things that you do when like we go out, or we're out, and Ed's with us, is you'll go to the jukebox and you'll play Pearl Jam. Is that just to piss him off?
Yeah, I can't outwit him. We're not even close to our mentality, but somehow we do have connections. Like, we start finding out, like, I go to his beach house, and he's got the same picture of Babe Ruth and the Big Kahuna on his wall that I do, just coincidentally. And then we'll have the same T-shirts from, 1990 something. So there's some type of connection there. But he absolutely hated it when I played Pearl Jam at Stanley's or any other bar. He's thinking I want him to go up and sing or do something. But every once in a while I screwed up. I screwed up last night. Had him come over to the hotel. Our rooms were adjoining with another room, and the people got so pissed off they packed and were pounding on the wall from the music. So I would knock down their door to apologize. I said, just trust me, come over. This guy would not forgive Eddie. He's just giving it to him. And that's my fault, for sure.
It's good that you own that. Hockey, baseball fan, music fan, but you're an entrepreneur. You're into a tequila brand called El Bandito, right? Hold on, I got it right here. Yeah. El Bandito, right here.
There you go. So,
yes.
Yeah.
While we're at it,
criminally smooth. Yeah. But yeah.
This is like extremely, really, really good tequila. El Bandito Yankee. Talk to us about how this started and
So
And,
like everyone else during COVID, I turned into a raging alcoholic in the whole country. But anyway, we were out one night with our friends and we're drinking this tequila. I won't say the name. And my buddy says, this stuff tastes like crap. We should do our own. And he looks at me, he goes, what'd you call it? I said, I don't know, El Bandito from Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid when the Bolivian guys were screaming they robbed them. And so anyway, he went ahead and ran with it. And 6 weeks later, we're doing samples, and his name's Jim Bob Morris. He says he's a Green Bay Packer. He played 3 games, so he's got a bit of an ego, Jim Bob. But he's the greatest, most generous guy I've ever met in my life. And nothing's healthy about drinking, right? But this is pure, and it's clean, and there's no additives. And I mean it. The next day, you don't even know you drank. And that's my sales pitch, and it is clean. And you didn't know it, but tequilas can advertise or promote their tequilas as 100% pure, but you're allowed to put 1% of anything. So that's where they get the sweetness, the sugar. We don't do anything. And we got this formula where you double oxygenate it and filter it, where that makes it the smoothness. And it's, like I said, drink it. I'm just telling you, drink it, you'll be sold.
Hey, you sold me right there. Let's go right now.
Cheers, you guys. Cheers everybody.
El Bandito. Oh, you don't even...
I don't want to bring it up now, but the Canadians, let's get to the Canadians. Ryan Dempster's Canadian, right? Go figure. I played hockey and then he played baseball. It makes no sense, but there's a lot of bad blood. Who's the heckler over there?
Hey, careful now. We take care of our hotel rooms.
Yeah, well, we won in '96, so that I could show you the ring, Demps, but anyway, there's a lot of bad blood from the Detroit, Chicago days with Calgary, Vancouver. Montreal people have treated me great from day one, but there's just that animosity. It is their sport. There's no question that hockey is their only sport. All right, curling's not a sport, right?
It's a game.
It's a game, but no, and I've met some Montreal people here. Haven't been there for years, obviously. It was a great city to break into. But yeah, lots of bad blood. But now I'm a grandpa, all you Canadians, so you can't pick on grandpas. It's over. Let bygones be bygones.
That's right. Well, hey, dude, you're not just a great ambassador for baseball, for hockey, for music. You're a great ambassador for life. Thanks so much for coming up here and joining us today.